Hi everyone, welcome to YouTube, welcome to my channel. It's Rad from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Aries Sun, Moon and also Aries Rising weekly general tarot reading May 17th up until May 23rd, 2021. And if you find yourself being interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, moving to the general tarot reading of the week for you Aries, and the first card we do have for you guys, that is going to be the Nine of Wands, followed by the next one, which stands as the Empress. Furthermore, we do have the Seven of Cups. Afterwards, that will be the Queen of Swords. And the last one, we do have the Knight of Cups. Those five cards. And this week for you Aries, it seems that it's going to be a week where you do set a lot of things in pretty much an order. Mainly it's going to take place where the activities in general for you are kind of chaotic and also a bit uncertain to further into the future. But all in all, at the end of the week, as a result, the very least, you should have a pretty good idea and plans, how your future is to unfold, and as well plans for where you are going to be at certain given stage. So let's go and scrutinize the cards so we see how this thing exactly unfolds. And the first card, which is the Nine of Wands, that is how you do start the week with. Nine of Wands, it's a very good card because it does point that the activities you're going to face at the start of the weeks, may that be problems, may that be opportunities, may that be as well people, because the Nine of Wands, it's a very positive card when it comes to human interactions. And there is a different explanation why for the Rider-Waite version of tarot, and for the Thoth tarot I will just explain you from the Thoth because it's much more easier to explain. In Thoth you do have a bridge in between the sun and the moon, and that speaks about the different people being able to kind of find the common ground, kind of find the bridge in between. Also, it's a very good about Romans, which speaks about the bondage in between the male and the female, and so on and so forth. But the core of the card, really, it's about experience, and whatever you are to face at the start of the week, you Aries will be very subtle and as well quite accurate in a way of adapting to it, and also, how do you say, adjusting your environment accordingly. So we can speak here at the start of the week, or the week is going to start for you by taking some necessary, very well managed and conscious changes into your environment, into your routine, career or relationship as well, friendships also, so you can face the week in its most positive aspect. And right after you do take those changes, we do have the Empress card, which pretty much points that when you turn your head backwards, or back in a few days ago, and look at a few days ago, you're going to find yourself being pretty pleased with how well you did with those adjustments, with those changes that you have engraved. And that will allow you to withdraw yourself from the midst of activities, from these activities that you are just occupied with, so you can decide how you are to proceed with them moving forward. And here you will understand that a very well found and balanced decision needs to be made, so the activities themselves or the enterprises have a long-term expression, or they do just have longevity. So regardless if it is about interaction, new adjustment into your career, or a new how can I say, introduction to a person that poses interest to you, with the Empress card, this is the moment where you do decide how to transform this thing from just a mere moment, for just a mere how can I say, one-time experience into something long lasting. And with the Empress card, you are to approach the situation in a very, very mature fashion. It seems that the situation itself, regardless what is going to be for you, because for every single Aries is going to be a different thing, but it will kind of like unlock, if I may say that way, unlock your creative expression. You're going to be playful about it, you know, you're going to be quite enthusiastic about it as well, and quite hopeful about it, and not without any backup for it. For you alone are going to see how far that thing could go, but also the decision is going to be made into very mature and balanced fashion, because you're going to understand one more thing, and that is that it can go either way. It could go the sweet or the bitter way, and at the end of the day, the results of it, may that be bitter or sweet, it is yours to swallow down. So you're going to make sure here with the Empress that you choose the best possible option. And once you do so, we do have the Seven of Cups, and in this particular case the card is very good because it does speaks about someone justified hopes beforehand now become a little bit more accomplishable. Not entirely accomplishable, but now, you know, you do have the premise, you do have the foundation to leap and make them possible somewhere into the future. However, that is not gonna make you being carried on into the cloud nine. I do think here, and that is because we do have the Empress beforehand, because if we did had something like a sword card beforehand, or a wand card beforehand, that card, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups, wouldn't be a good card at all. But here, as we do have the Empress behind it, it's a card pointing that you are going to maintain your calmness, you're going to maintain your ground expression, or rather like being grounded, being very objective. And while you do see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for some of your wishful thinkings, for some of your dreams that beforehand were not accomplishable, you're not going to fall into the generic trap that many people falls into, rushing them through and seeing them deteriorating in front of you. Just on the contrary, you're going to maintain your objectiveness, and slowly but steadily these seeds growing are going to or these seeds that you're placing right now are going to start growing further down the road into the future. And that will be made sure to happen by this person that you are going to encounter, which is the Queen of Swords. So these people, they are how can I say, I don't want to say bruisey. These people, they do have a knack to use all of the resources. It's just they don't want the situation to adapt to them, they adapt to the situation itself. And for that reason, the Queen of Swords type of an individual can push literally anything through, and it is exactly what you need in order to make those wishful thinkings into a seeds growing. And this allegiance here that you can forge should you decide to, because again, I want to stress this one, tarot cannot make decisions for you. Yes, you are going to make decision here in a very balanced fashion, but what that decision is going to be, it's entirely up to you. Yes, person appears. Are you gonna take them into your life or embrace them into your life, or no? You get to decide, all right? But the thing is that this person is like I said, quite in tune with the resources that are disposable at this very moment, and is capable to push many things through with just only these resources. Their strength, it is into the information. I mean, the Queen of Swords type of an individual, they are very informed, if I may say it that way, and that makes them quite forearmed for whatever it is to come, for whatever obstacles it is to appear into the future, and they are resolving the problems before the problem actually appear, because they see it miles away. And instead of a problem appearing, the problems just dissolves. They are dismantled before they even take place. And it will be very beneficial for you to pretty much side with the Queen of Swords type of an individual. They are usually very professional people. What I mean that they could be physicians, they could be lawyers, you know, they could be how can I say solicitors as well, accountants, and so on and so forth, advisors. It's just people that does have, or a person that does have a lot of knowledge, practical knowledge. And we are entering here at the end of the week with the Knight of Cups. And regardless, are you going to choose to work with the Queen of Swords or not, the end of the week is going to be focused entirely on your wishes and your dreams. For what the card states is that you are going to hold your dreams in front of you and you are going to follow them. But unlike beforehand, which aren't with your experience and hopefully with the support of the Queen of Swords individual, this time around you will have the feeling, and it's going to be a true feeling, that nothing is held by the chance. It's all within your hands. You put a mighty effort, you get a mighty results. You do no effort whatsoever, you lay on your couch and wait everything to happen on your own accord, or on its own accord, nothing is going to happen. So at the end of the week, if you want to talk with someone you love, call them. At the end of the week, if you want a good job, a job that you always dreamt for, start looking for it, because you are going to find it. If you are craving for love, go out and start socializing for people, for you are going to find it as well. Nothing is left at a chance at the end of the week. It's all about your own personal efforts, and you have to put the mighty efforts or rather like a substantial efforts behind it, so you can get a substantial results. But nonetheless, it seems that things are going to go your way, and that is, like I said, it is because at the start of the week you do make the right adjustments, you do make the right choices as well, whatever those choices are for you. And at the end of the week itself, with a help or not, it seems that you will be able to push your things through. So with that being said, Aries, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, May 17th up until May 23rd, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoyed it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.